Introduction. Parents always wish the best for their children and do not want them to feel vulnerable or not protected. That is why they take an active part in their lives and do everything to let their children become full-fledged members of the community. In the Philippines, children are considered the most valuable and precious national assets. Hence, parents actively participate in their lives and enhance their well-being in all spheres, including education. However, it is hard for me to accept the fact that parents have rights and authority to influence their children's choice of education and career path, even in the adult age. Background of parents' involvement in their children's lives. Family, in general, is perceived by Filipino people as an important part of the community. Its history is unique, and the image was shaped by cultural values and experiences. After the analysis of the history of the Philippines, it becomes clear that people there tend to share authoritarian attitudes that shape parent-child relationships. They are often characterized by undisputable parental authority, obedience, and respect for them and their decisions. Since education is regarded as essential for Filipino children of all social statuses and backgrounds, parents pay special attention to this part of their children's lives. That is why parents prefer to choose schools and even universities for their children themselves. However, many Filipino parents currently treat their children with less authority and control because of modern social norms and rules. Despite that fact, the traditional norms are still observed by many families in the Philippines, and even adults should obey the oldest family members. In many cases, people do not see any problems in such a behavioral model since it is common and they have been accustomed to it since their childhood, and the family is the main value in their lives. What is more, it is absolutely normal in the Philippines to live together with the parents in adulthood and follow the career path they chose in the past. However, not all Filipino people, especially those who left the country, treat positively to the decision of their parents to make decisions on their education and future career. Why I disapprove of the practice. When speaking about the parents' right to choose their children's fate and influence it, I should point out that in that case, children's own decisions and desires are left without attention. Parents' desire to choose the school for their child is absolutely understandable since children have no competence in that matter. At the same time, young adults like me, who graduated from school have quite a solid worldview and formed interests and values. Hence, we are able to choose the educational institution to apply to ourselves. However, the traditions prevent us from concentrating on our desires and beliefs, and we almost do not have the freedom to live the life we want. It is necessary to understand that the freedom of choice does not presume disrespectful treatment towards parents and their decisions since they do their best to provide the children with better living conditions. However, respect and love for the family do not mean that I should not have my own opinion on anything and live my life as someone else dictates. Conclusion. Family is a valuable and important concept for any culture, as well as our parental love and concern for their children and their future. It is important for the parents to know the needs of their children and give them advice that will help in life. At the same time, they should not define their children's further career and make that choice instead of them. Though family authority is strong in the Philippines, parents and other family members should have more empathy and respect for their children's needs and do not restrict their freedom when they become adults. Everything you need for studies, essay samples, writing tools, and tips, you can find at studycorgi.com.